While shopping in Home Goods the other day, I ran into these cute little terrariums. They were made up of these glass geometric shapes, which I really loved, and they were filled with succulents. Well, it just so happened that I picked up a bunch of little succulents from Dollar Tree because I love these little plants so much. And now I have the perfect place to use them. So I want to show you how I made my own beautiful terrariums for my outdoor screened-in porch that also light up, using all Dollar Tree pieces. To make my little terrariums, from Dollar Tree I picked up a variety of succulents, 5 medium-sized gold frames, and 3 small gold frames, 2 bags of small white stones, a styrofoam disc, a couple of tap lights, a small glass vase, and some foam board. To help put all the pieces together, I'm using an X-Acto knife, masking tape, needle nose pliers, and the hot glue gun with Gorilla Glue sticks. Okay, first I'm going to start by making a larger one with my medium-sized frames. These frames are about 5 by 7, and I'm going to start by taking the backing off. I'm getting rid of everything except the glass in the frame. Then I'm going to use the needle nose pliers to gently rock and pull the metal pieces out of the frame. Then I'm going to take the glass out and use the hot glue gun to make a line all the way around on the inside of the frame to permanently glue the glass into the frame. And I'm doing this for all 5 frames. Also, the glue sticks I'm using is the Gorilla Glue. I may put this outside on my screened-in porch, and I want it to hold up to the weather conditions. After gluing all the glass pieces to the frame, I'm going to clean the glass, make sure it's nice and clean on both sides. And I have a piece of styrofoam to use as the bottom base of this piece. And I'm going to take my frames and make a pentagon shape. I'm going to glue the edges together on each frame. But first I'm going to position the pieces using masking tape. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape right at the top on each corner, and I'm positioning all of these right on top of the styrofoam board. I'm also putting pieces of tape on each bottom corner to keep it in place. And then I'm going to position this to make sure the shape is right and that all the corners are lined up, and that I have a nice even pentagon shape. Now that I have everything positioned the way I want it, I'm going to use a ballpoint pen to draw on the styrofoam board the shape of the pentagon. So I'm going to trace right in the inside, very close to the edge, the shape of the pentagon, and this will be used for the bottom of my terrarium. Now it's time to cut this shape out, and for that I'm using my ruler and an X-Acto knife to give me some nice straight lines. To assemble this, I'm going to start by taking the first frame, and I'm going to put some hot glue right at the bottom, closer to the top edge of the piece, and I'm going to attach that to the side of the pentagon shape base, and hold it there for a few seconds to make sure it stays in place. For your next pieces, you're going to glue the bottom the same way you did the first one, but you're going to hold the edges together and glue on the inside edge of the next piece, and also put glue on the inside bottom edges just to make sure there's no cracks in between the styrofoam and the frame. and you want to make sure those edges are flush, and you put in most of your glue on the inside so that you won't see the glue on the outside of your frame. So you're going to do this to each piece. Glue on the bottom edge of the frame and then glue on the inside sides until you have a perfectly shaped pentagon glass box. Now since that's finished, I'm going to let that sit aside and I'm going to work on my smaller frames. And with these, I'm going to do a different shape. I'm going to do a triangle. So I'm using 3 frames, and I already took them apart and I glued the glass onto the inside of the frame. So I have another piece of styrofoam, and I'm going to position the frame just like I did with the other one on top of the styrofoam base. And I'm going to position it like a triangle. And I want those inside edges to line up. And once again, I'm going to tape the bottom corners and trace the triangle base on the styrofoam. After cutting the triangle base out and gluing the pieces the same way I did the pentagon shape, I now have 2 uniquely shaped terrarium boxes. Now it's time to decorate them. Starting with this large box, I'm going to put this shape foam in the bottom at the base, and I'm going to use that to stick my plants in. But first I'm going to pour a bag and a half of white rocks into this large piece. And then I'm going to put the rest of the bag of rocks in my smaller box. Now since I have a good deal of room in this large box, I thought it might be nice to have some levels of plants. So I'm using this little glass vase, and I'm going to push the rocks in the center aside and use this vase to put some taller plants in. And I'm just going to put a few rocks at the bottom of this vase. And these are different flowers I also picked up near the succulents that I got at Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to place some little succulent plants around, push them in the foam and the rocks. And while I was putting this together, I just had a great idea. Why not have this terrarium light up? So I just moved the centerpiece, moved the rocks aside, and put in a little tap light. So when I put the vase on top of it, the vase will glow, the whole terrarium will glow, and it'll look like a little aquarium terrarium when the lights are out. So I did the same for my little triangle terrarium. I just sort of covered the tap light with rocks and put the plants around it. Leaving just enough room to tap the light on and off. Now this is another perfect little plant for my indoor or outdoor space. Something else that I don't have to water. But these turned out just as nice, if not better, than the ones from Home Goods. Plus, when it's dark, I can just light these up at night and it has a whole new beautiful look. Now you can pick up all my favorite crafting supplies and products used on this show with the one-click, easy shopping, and fast delivery convenience of Amazon. On my new Amazon shopping page, type in amazon.com/shop/yourhouseofhometv and you'll find all the supplies for my newest project, all my crafting supplies, project pieces, home decor, kitchen, garden, and more. And pick up our Your House of Home metallic multi-surface acrylic paint. With 8 shimmering colors, you can mix millions of colors and paint on any surface, indoor or outdoor, to create endless home beauty. And while you're there, add to your cart our Book of Elegant Home Crafts Volume 1, filled with step-by-step instructions for your favorite projects. Available here in paperback and ebook. See the information tab for the hardcover. Get this and all the supplies you need for your next project all in one place. I'll be working every day to add great products to make home crafting fast and easy. Follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Snapchat at Your House of Home and Your House of Home TV for daily home, food, and gardening tips.